What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video today. I am going to go over how to start a physical media library. Now, these are things, tips and tricks that I would do if I were starting from complete scratch. So let me know down below if you agree with anything, disagree with anything. Would love to hear about it down below. Now, the places that I would start with if I were building up from nothing, and these places would be thrift stores, garage sales, and flea markets. And I'd probably throw Facebook Marketplace in there, but that's a little bit of its own category, and I'll explain why. Now, for thrift stores, flea markets, and garage sales, I'd probably throw thrift stores on their own, and then I'd group flea markets and garage sales together. Now, thrift stores are going to be a great place to start because chances are there's a thrift store near you, and a good chance also that they have DVDs for probably $1, maybe even $2 a piece. I bought all of these for $1 a piece at a local discount / thrift store, and these are all movies that I had never seen before, and I bought for $1, and now they are in my library for the long haul. And I want to preface this because it's okay if you're starting out to have DVDs. You don't need to have everything in 4K. Most of my library is DVD format. At the end of the day, it's the same movie compared to a 4K, but obviously the 4K is going to have better picture, better audio, sometimes bonus features, stuff like that. But if you're going for, especially when starting out, if you're just going for building a base as to, some of your favorite movies of all time or some of your favorite actors or actresses, it's okay to have it in the DVD format. And then you can go from there. If you like that movie so much, maybe upgrade it to Blu-ray and then watch that, and then maybe upgrade it to 4K. Who knows? But it's okay to have DVDs in your library. So thrift stores are great for that. And the reason why I would kind of put flea markets and garage sales on their own, but still in the same category, like a kind of A and then a B category, is because the thing with those places that people are selling their old things, and chances are they're selling them for such a good price because they just don't want them anymore, compared to a thrift store, which is a business, so they kind of have to make money. Flea markets and garage sales, people are just trying to make whatever they can. So chances are you'll find better deals there. But with all three of these places, you don't really know what you're going to find. So you may find nothing, but you may find everything. So keep that in mind. And then the reason why I would put Facebook on its own is because the thing that I've noticed the most, and let me know down below if you agree, is that a lot of people on there will list their old DVDs, but as a collection. Now, the thing that I would avoid, another thing that I would avoid the most when starting out, is that do not just buy any good deal you can find, right? And again, with the Facebook collection sales, you do not want to buy a collection of 4, 5, 6, maybe even 1,000 DVDs, because there's no way you're going to watch them. It would take you years to watch every single one of those movies at least once. And there's a good chance that there's movies in there that you do not like, that you've never heard of, that you will never watch. And there's no reason for you to have it in your library if it's going to be something that you're not going to watch or just don't even like at all. Because at the end of the day, your library is supposed to be built around what you like and what you enjoy. And if you were to just fill it up with anything you possibly can, you might as well just have streaming at that point. So keep that in mind with these places, so when starting out. Hopefully those are some good tips and tricks. Let me know down below if you agree. But that's where I would start. The next place I would go to would be Barnes & Noble. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, that's a retail store. They don't really have the cheapest possible options, but they actually do. They have pretty good sales throughout the entire year. And here, you can see that I have a DVD here. I paid $5 for this. It's a sealed DVD, brand new. Now, again, you could buy this, or you can go to a thrift store and buy 5 DVDs for $1. Sure, but the $5 isn't that bad, for especially if you're buying a movie that's one of your favorites or an all-time film that you would have in your collection for a while, something that you'd watch over and over again. This is one of those options. A great film. I definitely recommend it. It's a Steven Spielberg film, Ready Player One, futuristic gaming movie. Great movie. And the thing with Barnes & Noble is that they usually have, or at least for the ones that I've been to, they have usually a big bin that is has a bunch of $5 options. They sometimes have $5 to $10 Blu-ray and 4Ks, depending on what backlog they have or what kind of sale they're having. So definitely go there and start looking at those options. And then also at Barnes & Noble, like I just mentioned, is that they have monthly sales, and I have a couple options over here. This one wasn't a monthly sale, it was just an on sale DVD. I spent $10 on a Blu-ray La La Land. Great movie. Definitely a movie that I would love to upgrade eventually to 4K. But, you know, again, I started out with the Blu-ray, and then I'll go from there. But they also have, I bought this 4K Pulp Fiction it was originally listed for $28, but there was a Paramount sale for the entire month of, I forget what month it was, but for the entire month, every Paramount film was 50% off. So took the opportunity to get a 4K film for $14 of an all-time film. So you can definitely use Barnes & Noble sales to your advantage to build up a more quality library if you wanted to go into the 4Ks and Blu-rays. So keep that in mind. But then if you wanted to take a step even further, Barnes & Noble has a boutique section as well. So this is a Criterion film. We got Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, great David Lynch film. This is a 4K, and the thing with Criterion is that and Barnes & Noble is that 2 months out of the year, Barnes & Noble's Criterion section is 50% off. Everything is 50% off. 4Ks, Blu-rays, stuff like that. Originally, all their 4Ks are $50. Got this for $25, a 4K film with plenty of bonus features. So this would probably be one of the last stages, last steps that you'll take in upgrading your library, is getting into the boutique labels where they have the bonus features, getting into the older out of print stuff. So you could definitely use Barnes & Noble to your advantage with those sales for the boutique stuff. Now, after going to Barnes & Noble, I think the last place that I would go to would be eBay. Now, this is completely subjective, or I guess completely subjective. It's my own opinion. Let me know down below if you agree or disagree. But for me, I think that when building a physical media library, there's something about actually going to the store and looking on the shelf for a movie you want, getting to read the back, right? Like if I'm at the store right now and this is in front of me, I'm like, oh wow, what is this? Dazed and Confused. Look at this. This is a cool box. You get to read the back, get to see the artwork, you get to read everything about it. I think that when you go to the store, there's just something about finding a movie on the shelf and getting to buy it, right? I just don't know what it's about. Let me know if you agree or disagree, but there's just something about it. And especially if you're going to a thrift store or flea market and you find that movie you've been looking for forever and you find it sitting there for $1 in someone's bin of unwanted stuff, that is probably an amazing story that you'll tell for the rest of your life. Especially if you're building the library and you have friends that also do the same thing. When they come over, you can say, look, dude, I found this movie for $1 in a flea market bin. It's a movie I've been looking for forever, and I finally have it. And then you get to watch it, and it just makes it so much better. You can't really do that. You don't really have that opportunity with eBay, because you can literally look up any movie ever, and chances are someone has it on eBay listed for some price. It may not be a good price, but it's up there and you have an opportunity to buy it. That's why I do not like buying on eBay. Again, I've bought stuff on eBay, but it's not, I think I've bought maybe 3 things on eBay so far. I bought this Coraline 4K Steelbook. Great artwork from Shout Factory. And I also bought this 4K collection of the Transformers movie set. You got the 6 movies, all Steelbook. Actually, I'll show you guys. Probably do a video on this showcasing it off. But yeah, you get 6 of the original, not the original, but the first 6. But you don't get Rise of the Beasts. But yeah, you get the whole Steelbook library here. I think I paid $50 for this. Great deal. I think that I was well worth it, because this is probably not something you'll find at a thrift store or flea market. And you never know, but chances are you're not going to find it there. So I think that's why eBay is a good thing. But if you're just starting out, I personally wouldn't start with eBay, but that's just me. If you don't care about going to a store and looking on the shelf, eBay's probably your #1 place because you have everything available to you. So those are the places that I would start. There's some tips and tricks in there for you guys just starting out. Let me know down below what you guys think. Did I miss anything? Do you have any more tips that you would give somebody? Put it in the comments just in case somebody finds this video and they're just starting out. They don't know where to go, don't know what to do. Maybe they'll see your comment and you'll help somebody out on their physical media journey. So that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned till next one and make sure to keep your shelves worthy.